Yo, what's the word? Smack 11's MMA here. I'm here with a little review of the PFL World Championship World Tournament 2025 first round. The featherweights, welterweights. I went to this in person. This was honestly, it was a pretty sick experience. Alright. Um, Hella sick experience. It was $25 honestly, and I sat like 5 rows from the cage, so it was really sick seeing everything, and the crowd was awesome because a lot of the crowd was like there for certain fighters and stuff, so it was cool talking with some of the people and stuff. Yeah, it was awesome. But being here, 6 out of 8 fights were finishes. A lot of these fights fell through though. Obviously, let's looking at all these, but still, they put on bangers, and that's what matters. Starting off with Tai Kyun Kim versus Nathan Kelly. Um, this fight was pretty quick, obviously. First round submission, but it went pretty slow from what I remember. It was like kind of feeling slow. Like I think Kelly was holding him against the cage for a bit, just kind of waiting on it. And then eventually there was oh yeah, Kelly was stomping Kim's foot. He was hitting with a bunch of foot stomps, and I thought Kelly was actually winning the round at first, and then they broke off from the clinch on the cage, and Kim landed a nice like 1-2 down the middle, dropped him, went to finish it, didn't get the ground pound, got a submission, or got the back, rear naked, done. It's pretty sick. Kim had not fought in the PFL before. Like this was his first fight in a serious organization, so that was big performance for him. Great way to debut in the organization. Um, and yeah, I mean, slight favorite. He got the job done. So yeah, I'm excited to see what he can do next round. I want to say I can't remember who he'll be fighting next. I will have to see. Oh, in a little bit. If I can, I'm just trying to pull it up on my Instagram. I'm sorry. I'm really curious myself. I can't remember who he's fighting next round. I want to remember that. For some reason, PFL decided not to like post it or whatever, bro. I swear to God. All right, whatever. I think he might be fighting Cabo Live. I don't know. We'll see that in a minute. But yeah, sick fight. And then Kikuri, Masayuki Kikuri. I think he also was debuting in. So we had both the Asian fighters were debuting, I think, in PFL, because Kikuri stepped in pretty short notice against Giannis Bashar. Bashar fought on the Ultimate Fighter before. He's that fella who, um, the guy fighting this weekend, Robert Valentine, knocked out. He knocked him out pretty badly on that. This fight was interesting. Kikuri won the first and second round pretty easily, and then it was taking a while, and then Bashar just quit on the stool. It was kind of lame being there. It was weird being there because like I couldn't even tell what was going on, and then it was just like, damn. It was it kind of sucks. Always sucks to see a guy quit on the school. I always want a fighter to get to the end, but this is the way it goes. But yeah, both the Asian fighters, the Korean fighter and the Japanese fighter, won pretty short notice appearances for both of them and did well. Gabriel Braga, this is one of the fellas who had like his whole family kind of sitting there near me and all. So I became a fan of Braga from that. Dupras, I think, was stepping up because Braga was supposed to fight Yves Landau, some French fighter. Dupras stepped up. Braga shot a takedown early, I think, and then Dupras tried a guillotine. It was pretty good guillotine. I think that's what Dupras said. Like most of his finishes were most of his wins were like by guillotine before this. So once Braga survived, though, there was a huge gap in skill advantage, and yeah, Braga, eventually got the back, submitted, over. Braga will fight Jesus Pinedo next round, which is going to be a awesome war and a rematch from before. Pinedo got the victory against him before, so yeah, it'll be sick to see. Cool. Um, this one was awesome. This is another the Silverback Dad Gene, bro. This is my new favorite PFL fighter, I think. Muhammad Berkamov, bro. He had all his Dagestani fans there as well. They were all sitting front row, and then Dad Gene had all these had his like huge like fan group. There's like friends and like family and stuff there, and yeah, it was awesome. I mean, it was a close fight for the first like 4 minutes, and then Dad Gene landed this nice hook, dropped him, Followed up with hammer fist, put him away. That's it. Um, yeah, it's it was dope. Always nice to see. I don't know, Burkhamov is a Dagestani, but always nice to see a Dagestani get dropped and knocked out, or wherever Kakhaus is, that area, fellas. Because I feel like even though he was the underdog, I feel like there's always like this mentality that they're the favorites, at least in my mind, like always. But yeah, so yeah, it was sick to see the Soul Wreck get the dub. I hope I want him to win the welterweight tournament. He was he's a star, bro. PFL can turn him into a star. He was fun. Definitely an entertaining fighter. Um. Oh yeah, this one was a hell of a war. Movlid Kabulaev versus Jeremy Kennedy. Kennedy with Robbie Lawler in his corner fought a lot better than a plus 500 underdog. This was a really close fight. I thought it was a draw. I thought Kennedy had a 10-8 round in the first round. He dropped him twice and was like honestly dominating. Kabulaev I thought won the second and third. Got his leg back. Kabulaev threw with so much power. Like every strike he threw looked like he was like, it looked like a freaking, I don't know, like a hammer behind his hands. I don't even know. Looked like Josh Emmett level power in his overhands that he was throwing. But yeah, he looked like a beast. Landed some dirty like beastly knees on him and stuff. I thought Movlid won the second and third, but I genuinely did think Kennedy won the first in like a 10-8. People were saying it was a robbery and that Kennedy won the third. The third one was kind of close, but I definitely would have leaned Movlid's favor. But it was a great fight nonetheless. Definitely fight of the night if they give those awards in PFL. But yeah, it was awesome. Next, Logan Storley versus Joseph Luciano. This was the opposite of the Movlid fight. In terms of entertainment value. These were the two decisions on the card. This one was a tough watch. Storley, in a 50-minute fight, Storley probably had 14 minutes of control time. Didn't really go for any submissions. Didn't really go for any ground and pound. I understand how he beat MVP. He probably just sat on him for 3 rounds. Luciano had lost to Carlos Prates. That was one of his only losses before, so I thought that was kind of cool. Or no, he only lost. His 2 losses were Carlos Prates and Quillan Salkic or whatever. So like 2 UFC guys were his only losses. So I was expecting Luciano to put up a pretty damn good fight, but there's an obvious difference in the grappling because Luciano really could not get back up after getting taken down. He seemed actually a cleaner striker in like the few striking like seconds they had, but what can you say? He couldn't get up from the takedowns, and it was a change of pace for the rest of the night. I'll say that. It was the one very slow fight. Jesus Pinedo, Adam Borks. I had Borks winning this. I thought Borks was gonna win. I was like high on him for some reason coming into this, even though it's the underdog. But nah, Pinedo's legit. Knocked him out. Pinedo got he has really good striking. He knocked him out. He'd actually knocked out Gabriel Braga, who's going to be the rematch coming up soon. That's because they had a first fight and he knocked him out. But yeah, he put out Borks pretty quickly. They had some nice striking exchanges before, but I thought Pinedo was ahead the whole time. Like, I thought he was landing the better strikes. And then, yeah, landed a nice combo, dropped him, put him out. Yeah, that's what happens. Great fight, though. It was a good co-main. Definitely one of the more entertaining moments. The whole card was damn entertaining. 6 out of 8 finishes, bro. It was pretty exciting. And then the main event, Jason Jackson versus Andrei Koreshkov. Jason Jackson was definitely the better fighter. The ass-kicking machine got the job done. The one thing, he won the first round very clearly, I thought. And then, second round, there was some issue, though, bro. He was landing, back of the head shots, a bunch of them. And he opened a huge cut on the back of Koreshkov's head. And they, stopped it for, 3 minutes. And I thought Koreshkov was going to try and, get a disqualification or a no contest called on Jason Jackson. But, After like 3 minutes, they went back to fighting, but Koreshkov seemed like out of it still, and Jax just took him down and submitted him. He was ground and pounding him like crazy on the ground, and then he just submitted him. It was a rough watch for Koreshkov. Jackson was definitely the better fighter. Yeah. It'll be exciting to see Jackson versus the Silverback. My boy Thad Jean next. The ass kicking machine versus the Silverback. Jamaica versus Haiti. I wish that was the fight in Orlando because there's a lot of Jamaicans and Haitians here. I don't know if they really follow MMA, but I think it would be cool, and I think you get a good crowd out of it. Because that fight's in Nashville, and I don't know. I'm just saying. I just know that there's a lot of Haitians and Jamaicans in Orlando, so I thought it would have been good to have the next round here. Because now that it's set up like that, I don't know. I was thinking about that after, but yeah, should be a baller fight. I think they're out of the same gym too. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I hope that the welterweight champion is Thad Jean. That's who I want. And then the featherweight champion, I want what's his name? Gabriel Braga. Those are the two I'm gonna go heavy for. Did y'all watch this event? Or did y'all attend like I did? I mean, there was only like a couple hundred people there probably, but still, maybe you were one of them. But yeah, dope event. I'm gonna try to attend the other ones. Not the one next week. I'm going to the 314, so that's gonna be crazy. But yeah, leave any comments, any thoughts y'all had about it, and peace.